Want the full lowdown on all of the best new Android 14 features? Whether you're a die-hard Android fan or a curious Apple user popping over to check out the other side of the fence, you're in the right place. This Android 14 guide runs through all of the best, most exciting features in Google's next-gen version of Android, letting you know what to expect in your next phone and/or what you can look forward to when you finally upgrade your OS. Before we dive into the tasty new Android 14 features, we might as well address the tasty giant treat in the room, namely, upside-down cake. Veteran Android enthusiasts will recall Google's fondness for dessert-related OS names, ranging from Android 2.3 Gingerbread to Android 9 Pie. While Google has since dropped its sweet tooth regarding official OS names, its engineers still pay homage to sugary goodness with internal OS codenames. In the case of Android 14, it's upside-down cake. We've never personally tried the real deal, at least, this author hasn't, but here's a recipe if you're interested. Android 14 release date. There's no official Android 14 release date at the time of writing. Having said that, Google has stated that it expects the OS to reach a level of stability in June, with developers having several weeks from that point onwards to test their apps before the final release date. As for when that day may be, it's safe to assume that we'll see Android 14 landing sometime in late Q3 or early Q4, given that we've seen August, September, and October release dates for previous recent versions. Google's engineers have been tinkering away to try and get even more out of your handset's battery life. While we've yet to see how much difference these tweaks will make in real-world use, any extra longevity is more than fine by us. In Android 14, satellite connectivity, not to be undone by the iPhone 14's satellite connectivity features, Google has already announced that it's bringing satellite communication support to Android 14 as well. Given that this feature can only run on Qualcomm's new hardware components set for release later this year, it'll only make its way into the latest handsets, which, hopefully, will include the Google Pixel 8. In Android 14, predictive back gesture, hooray! Using the back button in Android always feels like a roll of the dice. Will it take you back to the previous menu? The main screen of an app? Or even the actual home screen, making you start from scratch? While Google somewhat remedied this in Android 13 with its predictive back gesture feature, everything points to this being implemented in Android 14 as standard, hopefully making for a smoother user experience. Other features include Health Connect. Health Connect is a handy app that brings together stats from a plethora of popular health apps including Fitbit, Samsung Health, MyFitnessPal, Peloton, and more, serving them up in one handy place. Despite its useful functionality, it's flown under the radar somewhat, which makes the rumors of it being baked into Android 14 as standard make plenty of sense. While there's no guarantee that it will make it into the final release version of Android 14, we're pretty excited about the new regional preferences features spotted in Android 14. In short, it lets you set your preferred units for things like distance, weight, time format, and more, and applies your preferences automatically to installed apps. If you're forever having to tweak preferences in various different apps when you first install them, this will be a welcome update to save you precious seconds. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon for tech updates. Team Edusung Online.